Hello students, now here we will start a new course, that is paper 1 of statistics, that is descriptive statistics. In that course we have to learn first chapter is data condensation and presentation of data. Second chapter is descriptive statistics. In that one we are learning descriptive statistics. In that one we will see mean, median, mode, measures of central tendencies are these. Also that are for the group data, ungrouped data as such, and some more topics in that one. In third one we will see moments, skewness and kurtosis. In fourth one we have to learn about the theory of attributes. Now let us start our chapter 1, that is data condensation and presentation of data. It is nothing but the introduction of statistics first of all, then some of the basic concepts in that one. So chapter 1, data condensation and presentation of data. Now in that one, first of all let us see what is statistics. Now there are various definitions for statistics. My different statisticians have given various definitions, but the simplest most definition is statistics or statistical methods is treated as a branch of statistical method or the branch of science, we can say branch of science which deals with first collection. Now how the data is collected, that is known as a procedure to collect the data. There are various ways to collect the data. We can collect data by ourselves, or we can collect data by from any other mode. Okay, so collection. Second one is what? Presentation. Now whatever data we have been collected, we need to present it either using various diagrams or graphs, we can say. Then the third one is analysis. Now whatever data we have been collected, we have been presented it. From that we should get some output. The procedure to get output is known as analysis, and the last one is interpretation of data. In interpretation of data, we are getting a result or a conclusion for our collected data. So as such, statistics is a branch of science that deals with collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of data. Now the next one, let us see what are importance of statistics. So there are various applications of statistics, but some of them we will see here. Importance of statistics. So first one, let me take statistical method. Statistical methods gives tools for comparison. We can compare the things using statistical methods. It gives some tools. For example, suppose we have to compare two players. Suppose we have to compare two players on their runs. That time, which tool we are using? We will found average runs of them. So average is one of the tool of statistics. So that time we will found average runs of those players of them. Okay, so average is a statistical tool. Now second importance is estimation and prediction. Prediction is also possible using statistical tool. Now our statistical tools, we can say two I have been mentioned here. Estimation is a calculation. Whatever data we are collecting, we will calculate it. That is what estimation. Now prediction. What does the prediction? Prediction is nothing but the future value of the data. Means we can predict something from that estimation. So that also, in that case also, statistics helps us. Now the third, interrelation between two or more variables. Between two or more variables can be measured using statistical techniques. For example, I can say we can found a relation between age and blood pressure. For that also some statistical tools we are using. The next one, statistical methods help in planning, controlling, decision making, etc. Now the next one, statistical methods give systematic methods of data collection, and investigation. Now we will see some more applications in scope of statistics in detail. So the next one is what? The scope of statistics. Now actually statistics is used in various fields such as agriculture, business, commerce, education, government agencies, medical sciences, etc. So I can say the tools and techniques tools and techniques given by statistical methods are used in almost all fields at several phases like agriculture, business, commerce, education, government agencies, medical science, etc. Okay, so now let us see some of them in detail. Suppose statistics in industry. Now, where does there is use in industry of statistics? Actually, we are using at many places in industry the statistics. Industry makes use of statistics at several places such as administration, planning, production, growth and development, also newly installed machinery is tested for its performance using statistical methods. Now the second one, let us see statistics in agriculture. In that one also, at many places we are using statistics. What are they? Analysis of agricultural experiments make heavy use of statistical method. Main advantage of this statistical technique is testing the interaction effects Now for example, the interaction effects of fertilizer and irrigation, we can see. Interaction effects of fertilizers and irrigation. Fertilizers and irrigation. Also estimation of number of trees in a jungle or in a field. Forest density, number of animals in a jungle, number of animals in a jungle. Then fish in a lake, etc. At various places we can use statistical techniques. Okay, now the next one, let us take the next one, that is statistics and medical sciences. The next one, statistics and medical sciences. Now here in the field of medical science, statistical methods are used to test various claims. Statistical methods are used to find or to test various claims, such as suppose first one, does smoking increases the possibility of cancer. Does smoking increases the possibility of cancer? This can be test using statistical methods. Second one, is there, these are just an example I am giving, that is there any correlation between age and blood pressure. Then the third one, is a particular vaccine useful in controlling a particular disease. Nowadays, as all the countries are preparing a vaccine for, all the countries trying to prepare a vaccine for COVID-19, so they are checking or they are testing is the particular vaccine is useful for all the countries at all the situations, for each and every temperature. So as this is useful, so that can be tested using statistical tools. Also, is the growth of baby is normal? Growth of baby is normal or not. That thing also can be determined using statistical tools. Then the next one, suppose the next application or the next scope, let me take statistics and social sciences. So now in that one, you know, research in social sciences, need questionnaire. It needs a questionnaire, means a group of questions, or the questionnaire, collection of questions. So the further analysis, first of all, the data is collected in a research using the questionnaire, and once the questionnaire is getting by the person who is a researcher, that one, for doing further analysis, he needs a statistical tools is required to be done using statistical tools. In social sciences, we need to test association between two variables, such as first, education and criminality. Means, is really education affects on criminality or not? That thing can be checked using or test using statistical methods. Then education and marriage adjustment score. Means highly educated and the divorce also, means not highly educated and other marriage adjustment. Then gender and education, means now girls are less educated while boys are more educated. Most number of, means more boys are taking admission for higher education, but girls are less as compared to that. Then richness and criminality, etc. Means the poor people will become criminal. So is this true? Those things are tested using statistical tools. So that are the scopes in social sciences. Now we had discussed the scopes of statistics in education, in industry, in agriculture, in medical sciences, in social sciences. Also it is in education, in government departments and all. So if you require and improve your knowledge for that, now you can write for many of the departments the scope of statistics is there. Now the next topic is about the data collection. There are two types of data collection, that are primary data and secondary data. secondary data. So what are the differences between them? These are what? These are types of data collection. Types of data collection. So primary data, it is a data that is collected by a researcher from first-hand sources, or it is collected by a researcher on his own basis, using questionnaire, survey, by doing survey, then by taking interviews, or by doing experiments. It is collected with research project in mind directly from primary sources. That is, it is collected from primary sources. Now, second one is what? Secondary data. Now, this is not collected by himself or not on our own basis. It is, we can collect from newspaper, internet, various agencies, various government organizations, just like a census is calculated. So that is calculated by our some teachers, and that is submitted to the government. Then we can decide what is the population, how the population increases, what is the ratio of a population and all. So this, it is collected by someone other than the user, or researcher. Common sources of secondary data for social science include census or census, information collected by government departments, organizational records and data. So this is about the primary data and secondary data. Now in next period or in next video we will see the types of data, then in the types of data, and it's again the types of the data type. Okay, so thank you.